Hey guys, welcome back to this dev blog. This month was pretty good. Quite a lot going on with work and stuff externally, so I didn't get to do as much as I would have liked to have done. I mainly focused on internal workings in the game, such as bug fixes. At the same time, I reworked a bunch of systems to make them more optimized. But what I did do as new features was I added a weapon unload system. This was actually a request from one of my friends, is if you pick up a weapon, you could not unload the weapon and take the ammunition that was currently in it. But now you can right click on over the weapon and an unload feature comes up. And I also started working on the hotel scene. I continued working on it and just making do level scripting, so things such as sound and intro, the physical fundamental process of the game as you go along, and there's missions within a linearized story. And I've been just working on that. That does take a lot of time, especially when it's single player linearization. There's a lot of level scripting that goes on, and it takes a fair amount of time to get things to work and function and the waypoints. Also for the hotel level, I worked on the lighting a little bit, and I don't know if it's better or not. Some areas it looks nicer, some areas it doesn't look as nice, and I would love to see how it goes. I worked on a few other scenes of lighting. It was just a little thing that was bugging me in the back of my mind. I knew I needed to change. And the reason why I wanted to change it is because a few people that did have a look at the levels, they said it's either too this or too green, too yellow, and it is true. So I went through and I modified the general look of the lighting, and I did that for a few levels. I don't know if it's better, but it definitely is better from what it was before, but it could also be better to my standards. And another thing I did is I started working on a new prison level. Now I'm taking a different approach to how I develop levels. I'm not just gonna start throwing a level together. I'm sort of adding more processes to the pipeline. For example, I usually just started designing a level that was in my head, whereas now I've drawn out a basic little script and I've gone through and I thought, well, what can I do with the level to make it fun, sort of thing, and what would I want to see in a level. And I started working on a prison level, a stealth sort of prison, which I know is pretty cliche, but I went through with a friend of mine and we sort of talked about and brainstormed ideas that we can implement into this level to make it just different, or just to break some cliche standards that generally occur in prison levels of when the player starts, they're in a chair and they have to escape the chair and they fall over or they cut the, one of those basic things. I also added crosshairs because these are still going to be worked on. They're still very bland, but it's a dynamic crosshair sort of system. I haven't really seen this in the game before. Maybe there is one out there, but I just thought of this on the spot. I thought it was pretty cool. If you have a melee weapon, you have a different sort of crosshair as opposed to holding a gun. You have a more gun looking crosshair, and when you have nothing equipped, it's just a simple dot on the screen that gives you a basic indication or something. I haven't really got that far into implementing it. I'm still designing the crosshairs, but the system works and it's in place and there are no real bugs as of yet. And so essentially that's all we did. There's a little bit of an update on the HUD as well, but nothing too much, nothing too major. And I mainly spent time working on the hotel sequence, sort of level scripting, as well as the prison level, and working on the gun mechanics a little bit there. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy.